I'm joining Too Cool for Middle Schools. I teach too. Teacher tech. Hello everyone, it's Elizabeth from Tech Out My Class with Foster Puppy. He's going to be joining me today because he is going crazy and I didn't think I would be able to do a YouTube video without him at least by my side. Okay guys, Puppy's sleeping now. I think I can actually start filming. What do you say we kind of get started with the questions? Yeah. So question 1, what do you teach and where? So this is kind of a funny answer to this one. I'm not currently in the classroom. I am a tech coach, which I think is kind of ironic because if you would have asked me several years ago if this is ever where I would end up in education, I would completely laugh at you because I've never been a techie. I know the basics, but I definitely could not fix a computer. So how did I get here? A few years ago, I received a grant for iPads in my classroom and I saw how it completely transformed learning for my students. My students had never been so engaged. I was working at a Title I school and my kids were creating videos and making picture logs and just doing amazing things with their iPads. And so I really made it my mission, just thinking, okay, technology is not going away. We're always gonna have computers. We're always gonna have, well, computers might look a little different in the future, but we're always gonna have tech and it's not gonna leave the classroom. So I wanted it to be my mission to help really help teachers get past their fears of technology and use it in the classroom to transform the learning process. And so then I actually became a tech teacher a couple years ago. I started teaching, I was a tech specialist in an elementary school and then found a technology coaching position in the school district that I actually grew up in. And so I'm back to where I started, back to where I went to school, which is kind of funny. And I'm coaching teachers. I absolutely love it, but I miss teaching a lot and I'm hoping to get back to the classroom soon, especially because technology changes so quickly that without being in the classroom and being able to apply it for yourself, it's kind of hard to be a tech coach and be like, oh, you gotta try this, when it's like, well, I've never tried it because it just came out last year. Okay, so and where do I teach? I'm actually in the Portland metro area. So I'm on the east side of Portland. I absolutely love where I'm at. I love the kids that I work with. It's kind of a challenging area. This area has its challenges, but I think that's why I really love it. Because the kids that I work with, I feel like need me. They need technology in their lives to really engage them and really see technology as a possibility for a career in the future. So question 2, how long have I been teaching? So I'm actually, next year I'm going to go into my 9th year as a certified teacher. I started teaching when I was 21, and so if you do the math, that means I'm 30 years old. And so yeah, I'm about to enter 9 years, but I was a teacher for 7 of those years, best 7 years of my life, and I hope to go back to the classroom very soon. So for those of you who are thinking, oh my gosh, I want to be a coach one day, it's been a great job. I absolutely love it, but teaching is, I mean, you can't get much better than being a teacher. That's like honestly where my heart is. So did I always know that I wanted to be a teacher? Absolutely. I really think that I've wanted to be a teacher since like birth, since I could conceptualize what a teacher was. I went to preschool when I was young, but I had 2 working parents and I just loved my teachers. Whoever my teacher was, they were like my life. And during Christmas, I would ask for school supplies. I remember I'd get like staplers and chalkboards and just crazy pens and things like that, like things that normal kids would not ask for. Instead of toys, I wanted teacher stuff, like my teacher Barbies and my teacher dolls, and all my stuffed animals were my classroom students. And then when my sister was old enough to be my student, I would torture her and basically force her to learn from me. So and then I knew it was just solidified that I was going to be a good teacher when I believe I would have been 9 years old, so in 4th grade, and my sister was 5 years old, and I taught my 5-year-old sister how to do long division. So that's when I knew, you know what? Totally meant to be a teacher. I can teach a 5-year-old long division, so I can teach any grade, right? Teaching is so easy, isn't it? Just kidding. So question 4, what is your typical outfit of the day? And I have my questions on my computer, so that's why if I'm kind of staring off into space, I'm looking at my lovely, isn't this case like super cute? I got this on Amazon. It's like the cutest case ever. Anyways, so typical teaching outfit. This is an easy one for me because I like my favorite is the fall. I'm a fall and winter outfit girl, and you will see me in my jeggings pretty much every day. I have like 5 pairs of jeggings. Jeggings are life because they have like, they look like pants, but they're not pants. They're actually like really stretchy, which is like perfect for anyone like me who actually has curves. So I wear my jeggings, and then I wear just kind of like a nice like looser like long flowy top, and then I'll usually wear a cardigan over it. I love cardigans because they're very slimming. And then I have my boots that go all the way up to my knees, and that's like my standard outfit, like all fall long, that's what I wear. And then when it's the spring and the summer, my outfit is maxi dresses or skirts, and either my teaks for shoes, or I'll wear just some simple sandals, but I like to keep it really simple. Oh, and I also love to wear my teacher shirts. I just have some random teacher shirts, and I'll wear those with a jean jacket. Like, I love my jean jacket, it gets a lot of wear. Oh, I don't like this question. Question 5, what do you bring for lunch? I don't like this question because now that I'm a coach, I am so terrible at lunches. Basically, I'm going from building to building a lot. And so I will go and I will get something to eat when I'm transitioning from building to building. And that's so horrible. I gained a lot of weight this year. I'm like the least healthy I've ever been in my entire life because of this lifestyle that I'm living. So my goal this year is actually to stop that and to actually like bring my lunch every day. Question 6, what is one of your favorite books about teaching? So I have to say, as a tech coach or as a teacher, my favorite book fell on the floor. I think Puppy grabbed it. Okay, my favorite book for teaching, anyone who even owns like one iPad or one computer, you have to buy this book. Like, seriously, buy this book. I'll leave the link on the description of this YouTube video. You have to go and grab this one. It's called Amplify. So it's by 2 authors, Kristen Ziemke. If you ever have the chance to see her present, she is one of the best presenters on technology that you will ever see in your life. She is absolutely amazing. I've like, every time she's in Portland, I go and see her. I've been to like 4 of her workshops because she is that amazing. And this book is pretty much the Bible for getting started with technology in your classroom. There is just anything from classroom management tips that you will want to use in your classroom to just lesson ideas. She uses iPads in here, although my school's one-to-one Chromebooks, and it's still, even with Chromebooks, it still works. You just kind of use different applications. And then her co-author is a 5th grade teacher, so you get the best of 1st grade and 5th grade. And so you really, whether you're a kindergarten teacher, 6th grade teacher, you're gonna benefit from this book, so you've gotta buy it. Like, this is seriously the best book ever for technology in the classroom. Question 7, what is one of your favorite teacher movies? This one was kind of hard for me. I had to think about it. I was like, I'm a Disney girl all the way. Disney girl all the way. So I couldn't really think of like a favorite teacher movie. I had to kind of like look it up on the internet. So I would say I really like Dead Poets Society, Karate Kid. Is that a teacher movie? So I'll just go with maybe Ferris Bueller's Day Off, because it shows you that if you're a really boring teacher, that your students will want to skip school and get into trouble. So question 8, who is your favorite teacher? So my favorite teacher, I actually had several favorites, but I'll start with my very, very, very favorite, and that would be my 3rd grade teacher. So my 3rd grade teacher loved art, and she did art in her classroom all the time. And so I think that I just felt comfortable, like I really could be creative in her classroom. And I remember winning an art award. We had like in downtown Gresham, they had this special like art contest where you had to draw a picture of your mother, and mine ended up getting honorable mention, and I felt so proud, and I was the only one to get this award in my class. And she showed the class that I had won, and I just like was just beaming. I thought it was just so special, and so that was a really fun moment. But I really had amazing kindergarten, 1st and 2nd grade teachers. I can't complain about them at all. My 5th grade teacher was absolutely amazing. She would sing to us all the time. She just totally showed us her personality, and that was really awesome. But I do have to give a special shout out to my 6th grade teacher, Mrs. Rainey, who might be watching this right now. She was a first-year teacher when I had her, and you would have never known that it was her first year. She just rocked it. She was so passionate about everything that she did. She used to take pictures of us and make classroom slideshows with music. Her husband eventually became my freshman science teacher, and she just was awesome at what she did. So, you know, even first-year teachers can make an amazing impact on a child's life. Question 9, who are some of your favorite teacher YouTubers, Instagrammers, and other social media? So I will say, as a tech coach, I like to follow other tech coaches and techie teachers. So actually, Techie Teacher is one that I follow. I absolutely love her because she does a lot of tech tips. I learned a lot of tech tips from her. Also, Cami Butterfield is another one. She's great with iPad strategies. Air integration, how can you not follow her? She has amazing strategies for iPads. So those are some of my favorite ones. As far as YouTube, I just started watching teacher vlogs very recently. A Classroom Diva is awesome because she's so positive and just happy and just beautiful. It's like, oh, she just is like a movie star teacher. And then I think it's called The Lettered Classroom. Like, I could seriously just like listen to her voice all the time because her voice is just, it's just like one of those unique voices that just is, I don't know, it just makes me happy. So I like to just listen to her talk. And then of course, I don't think that anyone could not watch Pocketful of Primary. I just started getting into her channel. It's pretty awesome. So question 10, this is a loaded question and I can't answer it with just one answer. Like, it's just impossible. And question 10 is what is your best classroom management tips or tip? They wanted one, but I can't do one. Like, this is just impossible for me. But I will say, as a coach, I get to go to classrooms every day, several different classrooms, and I get to see the masters at work, and I get to see what works and what is not as successful. I will say the most successful teachers at classroom management have a lot of the same characteristics, and I'll kind of break those down a little bit. So the first thing that I noticed about successful classroom managers is that their classrooms are very soothing and calming. You enter their classroom, a lot of times the lights are off, the colors, the colors are just kind of soothing colors, lots of greens and blues, and a lot of times you'll hear music playing, the lights will be down. It's just a calm space to be. I feel like kids just really need a calm atmosphere. So another thing that I noticed about these teachers is that they're explicitly teaching their classroom routines and procedures. I cannot stress enough, having taught at Title I schools with students with severe behavior challenges, you need to be so explicit with your procedures and your classroom management. You need to teach students things that you would have never thought that you would need to teach them. Like, oh, how do you raise your hand? How do you get up and grab a tissue without disrupting the entire class? Just things that procedures you'd never thought that you would need to teach kids, but you do because they just don't necessarily, a lot of kids don't necessarily know how to be students. So explicitly teaching definitely will help with management. All right, so last question. All right, this is a big one. What is one reason why you wanted to become a teacher? As I mentioned earlier, I just think that it was something that I was supposed to do. I really did not see myself doing anything else. The only other thing I saw myself doing was maybe something in music or acting, but I don't really know if I have like the face for acting. So, and music it's kind of hard to create a career in music, especially when you don't have the piano skills. I don't know how to play piano very well. Took lessons, kind of failed at piano lessons. Piano lesson dropout. So yeah, I just kind of knew that's what I wanted to do. I had some amazing teachers growing up and I wanted to be just like them. So that's why. All right, so that's all of the questions. I have Puppy back up here again so that he can say goodbye. So I hope that you enjoyed. If you liked watching me, I hope that you will subscribe to my channel. There'll be a lot more videos to come. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later.